Welcome back, friend. If you did not see the Donald Trump speech, followed by the John Kasich speech, followed by the Ted Cruz speech last night when the debate was happening between Hillary and Bernie, I want to give you an overview because now this is going to be a somewhat emotive overview and commentary insight, if you will, because I was shocked. All right, let me just say this. Anyone who's been watching the Republican debate, like I have, and hopefully you have, we've been startled at different points along the way. We have been shocked, mostly by Donald Trump. Well, last night, he shocked me, and I was almost spellbound. It was genius. It was genius. Let me tell you what happened, in case you missed it. All three of the candidates were speaking in New York City, one at a time, taking turns. Trump, then Kasich, then Cruz. And they were at a New York gala affair, they called it. It was a high-dollar Republican event, black tie event. People wearing bow ties. Trump spoke first. And what startled me, and I almost didn't watch it. I almost didn't watch it because I thought, all right, this is going to be their normal speech. Trump is up by 40 points in New York State. And I thought, well, I should watch, I do television for a living, and this is part of my call, my duty, my burden to watch these things. And I was startled, and then it moved to a little bit shocked, and truly, and I'm being honest because I've got nothing to lose. I was almost spellbound. And the reason might be a little bit different than the average person. Some people might have been watching and turned away. Let me tell you what he did. He said, I was so happy when I heard that we were going to have this event in this hotel. I can't even remember the name of the hotel right now. He said, because I built this hotel. And he went on for the next 30, 40 minutes, however long it was he spoke, to talk about building that hotel and how bad the neighborhood was when he decided to go there. How his dad, who was still alive, was opposed to him building in Manhattan, in that neighborhood. He said, Pop, I've got to go. I want to be there. And it appeared that there was a house of ill repute that was going on in the building. And he had to figure out a way to get all these tenants out so he could strip the old building down to its steel and leave a few of the architectural items of beauty, cover them up with plastic or canvas. But he's just telling the story. Then he told about an ice skating rink. I'm not sure if it was Rockefeller Center or not. I'm just not sure because I was flipping back and forth. And even after I tried to figure out which ice skating rink he was talking about in New York, it was never clear. But he talked about how, well, first of all, the building they were in, that once they were finished, the whole neighborhood turned around. And they came in ahead of time and under budget. And then he went on to tell the story about another building that he bought in a dilapidated area. And he fought with the federal government to allow him to change the address from Columbia or Columbus Square or Columbia Circle or something to I forget if it was Central Park Ave or something, but he said my value of the building went up 7 times just by changing the address. Talked about an ice skating rink that they were 8 or 9 years into and they couldn't get it right, and Mayor Koch was letting people just squander over $20 million, and they had no ice skating rink. And he said, let me do this. I can build this. And the New York Times and the New York Post did editorial saying, let Trump do it. And Trump came in, created a beautiful ice skating rink using rubber hoses instead of copper, came in under budget, came in ahead of time. And now I'm interested in building. So I was listening. He's literally telling construction stories. And then he brought it all the way around. And he said, if I'm president, I'll bring that same energy and know-how to the presidency. We'll come in ahead of time. We'll come in under budget. We'll help our military. We'll help our vets. We'll help the infrastructure. It was awesome. And then when John Kasich got up, and Ted Cruz got up and gave their normal stump speeches, it was so flat, it was so not credible that I felt embarrassed for them. And then to make matters worse, something went wrong with Ted Cruz's microphone. So Fox is carrying this live, and Ted Cruz's microphone got quieter and quieter and quieter. And then they're trying to pick up his voice from the ambient noise in the room and hear people talking over him. And finally, they just cut it all together, and Sean Hannity came on and said, we've got audio problems. But when you think of the jobs that Donald Trump created in New York as a builder, and you think of the pressure that was on him as a businessman, spending his own money, coming in under budget, coming in ahead of time, and what that meant for all of these different projects. And then you're sitting there thinking, man, if he could bring that type of energy and expertise to the presidency, just on the economic side, on the budgetary side, can you imagine how different things would look? And then when you heard John Kasich and Ted Cruz in the wake of that, it was like two little boys. Now, only 4 million people watched it, so maybe it won't help Trump very much, but I thought it was genius on his part. And it would have a tremendous impact on anyone who was watching and thinking, oh my goodness, we've got a man here with real life experience. Real life experience combating bureaucrats, coming in under budget, coming in on time. And if he could win the presidency, oh, what a different American budget we would have. I'll be right back.